Hey, Team Numis Canada. That's what I call my subscribers and members. Hello, coin collectors, young and old, and anyone else that might be watching. Today, we're going to add to my penny book or my 1-cent book from my penny pot. And of course, this is chock full of pennies. Well, almost, not quite to the top. But how I'll do it, rather than just the whole thing at once, is I will fill this roll and do it by roll. And if I have any finds, I'll come back and show you. So we'll be right back with all of that after this. Welcome back. So we have a number of tools here to help us out in the process. We have a microscope if we find anything rare or interesting to look at. We have our magnifying glass so that I can see the details on the coin to see if it's worth looking at. We have our Charlton catalog to look through to see what we might look for. For example, this 1929 high 9 to see if it's one of those, or if it's got the 1936 dot. Oh, I so wish. And other varieties that are listed like that as well. And we'll put them into this penny book, and as you'll see, we have some in here already from 1920 all the way through to the 2011 logo. I don't have the 2012 logo yet, but we'll get into these and add these. And of course, if the coins here in this are better quality than the ones here, they'll be also considered a find, and they'll get added to the upgrading to the book. So I'm going to set this aside and go here. And I'm just showing the first roll how I'm going to do it. And I'm going to take a handful and put them in here. Not quite a roll. Grab some more, and oh, we found a nickel. That won't fit. And up to the line. That's up to the line. Put those back. And we'll start off with roll 1. And what nickel do we have here? We have a nickel. And this is a 1982 nickel. So we'll set that aside, put that on. And there's our first roll we're going to go into. I'll do this for each one, and we'll count the rolls as we go. So here we are with the finds for the first roll, and because there's so many holes in the book, we've got quite a few book fillers here. And these are the ones that we already had, and these do not upgrade any of the ones in them. And we found 2 American pennies And of course, one's a wheat cent and one's a Lincoln cent. So the first one is 1983 Philadelphia, and a 1942 Philadelphia. And of course, that's a wheat cent. And Philadelphia. So from our finds, we found a 1983 and 1984, and there's two. We'll choose the best one for the book. 1986, and there are two, and we'll pick the best one from that. 1987, there's one. 1988, there's one. 1998, there's two. We'll pick the best one. And 1991, there's one. 1994, there's one. 1995, there's one. 1992. How did I have 92 over here? Anyway, there's one of those. There is two 1995s. We'll choose the best one. Three 1998s. We'll choose the best one. Two 1999s, and we'll choose the best one. We have two, 4, 6, 7. And I wash my hands with Dawn, so the oils are removed, so I shouldn't mark them. 2000, and of course I'll pick the best one from the 7 coins. We've got a whole stack of 2001s, and we'll pick the best one from there. And of course, these are all there for 2000 to 2001 and up. There are the zinc coins and there are the steel plated coins. There are no P's here. In 2003, this is a zinc, copper plated zinc. In 2003, there's 4 coins, and these are all steel plated zinc, or copper plated steel. And so that's the P. And the 2004, we have 1 zinc. And so those will go into the book. And that's the summary for row 1. We have a nickel, a wheat penny, a Lincoln Memorial penny, and all of these book fillers. So I think the first roll was pretty good. How cool is that? So we'll get on to the second roll. So here we are with the results from round 2, and we found a dime. And of course, this is roll 2, and this is a 1974 dime. So we'll put that over with the nickel. And the replacements we found from this, because these are better than the ones in the book. So we have 1963, and that's a laureate portrait. We have 1970, 1976, 1986, 1989, 1998. That's supposed to be over here. Oh, no, it's not. And of course, 1999, 2000, and 2001. Those are all upgrades. Now, book fillers, we have 1972. Oh, and we found a 1972 Denver Lincoln cent. So we'll put that up here with the other US pennies. And of course, I'll show you what the total is at the end. As well as from the first roll, these are the copper and these are the zinc coins so far. So we'll sort the copper from the zinc, and of course as we go through, and of course these are the rejects from this roll, which is a good portion of the roll. And so for the book fillers, we have 1973, 1981, 1982, 1985, and I looked at this under the microscope, and this is the blunt 5. There's a pointed 5 as well. And 1996, 1997, 2003, and that is a P, and a 2004, and that's not a P. So we'll put these into the book and come back with roll 3. Well, here we are with roll 3, and of course we had 2 dimes in this one, and this is a 1993, and the other dime is 2000, and of course it is a 2000. We had 3 American pennies, and this one is a grungy 1996, a 1992D, and a 1988P, Philadelphia. So put that here. And for the book, we found upgrades for 1965, 1967, 1970, 1986, 1998, and 2002 commemorative. And book fillers, we found 1985, and of course this is type 3, which is the blunt 5 and large beads. A 1993 book filler, and a 2003 zinc book filler. So that's roll 3, and of course that's how many are here. And we'll go and put these into the book and move on to roll 4. Well, here we are with the results for roll 4, and we had one American from 1995 D, and we had a nickel, and this is a 1988 nickel. And we have 4 upgrades, and they are 1988, 1994, 1998, and a 2003 crowned portrait with no P. And those are all upgrades. So we'll put those in the book and we'll come back, and this is how many were rejected, which is almost the whole roll, minus 5 coins. So we'll be right back. Sorry for knocking the camera, but we'll be right back after we put these in here with roll 5. Well, here we are with roll 5, and of course we have a American Cent 1970 D, and we have 3 upgrades and 2 book fillers, and the beautiful one is this one, and this is 1940, which means it's a King George, and it's the first King George found in this penny pot. And the other one that is a book filler is 2003 plated, and this is a 2003 P, and that's a steel plated, not zinc. And the upgrades are 1982, 1992, and 1993. We'll get these into there and move on to roll 6. We'll be right back with that. And roll 6, we have a nickel from 2001 and an American penny from 1990 Philadelphia. We have 3 book fillers, which is 1950, and that's our second King George. And hard to find, 1990, and the zinc version of 2002, because the other one I misplaced as the zinc version, but it was actually the steel plated version. So that's a book filler. And upgrades are 1984, 1981, 1973, and 1971. So we'll get these in there and we'll come back with roll 7. Roll 7, we have 2 dimes, And this one is 2004. This one is 1988. And we have only one book filler in this roll, and that is 1965. Not a laureate portrait. And we have upgrades for 1975, 1983, 1987, 1988, 1994, 1995, and 1997. So once we put those into this book, we'll be right back with roll 8. And I just wanted to point out that this 1965 is a small bead blunt 5. So that's type 2. Small bead blunt 5. And the only other one we need 2 more, is a small bead pointed 5 and a large beads pointed 5. We haven't received any pointed 5s yet. Roll 8, we had 3 American coins, and of course that's a 1967 Philadelphia, a 1982 Philadelphia, and a 1997 Philadelphia. Now we had 2 book fillers and 2 upgrades. The book fillers are 1949 with King George VI, 1957 with the laureate portrait of Queen Elizabeth, and of course this one should be upgraded. It's got some guck on it. And upgrades are 1989 and 1995. And we'll get those 4 coins into here, and we'll be back with roll 10. So here we are with roll 10, and we have 2 American coins, and this is a 1997 Philadelphia and a 1987 Philadelphia. And we have 1 book filler, and that's 1960 with the laureate portrait of Queen Elizabeth, and a 1976. And that's roll 10. We'll be back with roll 11 after we put these 2 coins into the book. Roll 12, because in sorting these into zinc versus copper, I looked at this one again, and this one is a zinc uncrowned, because we were looking for it, because we had the uncrowned with a copper-plated steel. And so this is the zinc one that we were missing in the book. So this is actually a book filler. How cool is that? And hey, here we are with roll 13. And of course, we only had one American nickel, and this is a 1979 Philadelphia. And we have a book filler. This is the 2003 zinc coin. In the book, we've been looking for this one because it is the 2003 we have is the crowned P and zinc, and we already have the plated steel uncrowned, and this is the uncrowned zinc. So that will complete the 2003 in the book. How cool is that? We'll be back with roll 14 next. Well, for roll 14, all we found was an upgrade for the 2003 steel plated, and we'll get that in here, and after that we'll come back with roll 15. Well, here we are with roll 15, and of course we had another bent coin, and it's actually in pretty rough shape, and it's bent and damaged, and it is a 96, so it's copper, so that'll be a keeper for the copper. And in US pennies, we have a 1967 Philadelphia and a 1991 Denver. For the book, we found an upgrade for the 2003 steel printed, and we'll be right back after we put that in this book with roll 16. Well, this is roll 16, and of course that is the end of the penny pot, and we had one roll plus a little bit, and from that we found another nickel. This one is a 2001, and we'll put it there with the other ones. And we had three upgrades: a 1967 Rock Dove, a 1998 zinc, a 2003 plated bareheaded portrait. And we'll get these into here, and we'll come back and give you a wrap up, because I will try to see what will fit from the American coins into the American books and give you a tally of what each book is going to look like. So we'll be right back after this. So here we are for the wrap up, and of course we have 1022 US coins. We have 2 King George coins that are already in this book, 3 1967 coins that are already in this book. There are 5 dimes and 5 nickels, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 laureate portraits. So I keep all the laureate portraits and the 1967s and anything prior in my collection. Now let's take a look at the US books, and I have my Lincoln Cent folders here. we'll start off with the Lincoln wheat cents, because there's one wheat cent here, and that's this 1942. Now, as you may recall, this is pretty full. 1942. And we already have that. Let's just compare. It's not better, so this one I'll just have as a keeper. And we close this book and go into our 1943, or 1941 to 1974. Now, since this book overlaps the wheat cents, I will put this one here. This is a 1942, but I have a better one in the wheat cent book. So we'll set that there, and let's go backwards. We have 1967, and we go way over to this side. 1967 Philadelphia. And we have 19, that's another 1967, so I should check to see which one's better. This one's better. Do I have any more 67s? The next one's 1970. So already I'm popping this one out. And 1967. Okay, we'll set that one aside, but we'll keep it because it's copper. 1970. And just make sure there's no D on there. Yes, there is. There's 1970D. 1970D. Okay. We have 1972D. And that's over here. Okay. So we got a lot of book fairs from my penny pop. 1973 is already there. Let's just compare which one's better. Oh, that one's better, but this one's copper, so I'll keep it. And 1975 is in the next book. So I go to which is this book, 1975. We already have a 1975. Which one's better? This one's a little bit better. Let's check the other side. And it's not better enough to warrant it, but I'll keep it because it's copper. And this one is 1979. And that can go right there. Should have looked to see if there's another 79. And this is 1981D. That's 5.4 million. That's a low vintage. Semi-key, I guess. We have 1982 Capitals. Before I put that one in, I'm going to have to refer to the book. So I'm going to set it aside and not hold you up. We have two 1983s. And that one's not better, but it's copper. But this one is better. And that's the 1982 I set aside. Okay. And 87. Going to the middle page. $87. $88. And 90. That one's pretty. And if you can comment below which one is when the US went to zinc from copper. 97. $97 is 4.6 billion. Another semi-key. Okay. 1991D. $4.2 billion. Make sure that has D. Oh. $1995 D. $7.1 billion. Oh, those are billions. They're not millions. Never mind. They're not semi-key. Come on, boys. Read. And okay, this one is 1992D. $4.4 billion. 1993. $5.7 billion. And dirty 1994. But I guess it goes in and it'll get this when I get one. That's $6.5 billion. $1997. that let's think to me that the winner stood in 2001. And that one looks better. And that is the collection update. Oh, I didn't show you what the books look like. So we'll go back to this one. And we'll go to, so I'm going to put a white page behind it so you don't see through, so you can see what's missing. So here we need 1922, 1923, 24, 25, 26, 27, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 47 Maple Leaf issue. That's a tough one to get because it's a rare coin. 1948. And we'll go to the next page. And here we have 1951, 1952, 1953 no shoulder fold, 1953 shoulder fold, 1954, 55, 56, 58, 59, 61, 61 small beads, pointed 5. We need 65 large beads, pointed 5. So I have all the ones I had in my penny pot were blunt 5s, so they didn't get filled. 1967, and look at that shiner in there. That 67 is just brilliant. And 1960. And we'll go over here to the next page. And all we're missing is the 1985 pointed 5. And I'm guessing that it's hard to get. And down at the bottom, the Winnipeg Mint, which was not released for circulation. It is only in collectors. The 1999 P. Again, the 2000 W, which is a Winnipeg Mint, not intended for circulation, and tough to get. The only one I think it's easier to get is this 1999 P, steel plated. And the last page in this book is the 2001 plated, the 2003 Winnipeg plated, which is not for circulation, 2005, 2005 P, 2006, 2006 P, and 2012 logo. I believe I may have those in other pennies that I have, so many of these I may have already that just haven't made it into the coin search yet. So, and I'll show you the wheat cent folder next. And you may recall this from the giveaway. And that says me on it because I didn't want to confuse it with the one that I sent to the winner. And of course, I'm missing the 1909 VDB. No surprise there. 1909S in 1909S, 1910S, and a whole bunch on this page. And then we go here. And this page is full except for the 1945S. And the last page. I even have one additional coin in the coin slot. In the spare slot, because it is a what I call a lover's coin, because it has a heart on it with an arrow through it and let's see if I can get it into the microscope. So I'm going to take that magnifying glass off of there. It'll be upside down because it's in the book. And I don't want to take it out. So that's an A, and I'm not sure if the other initial is there, but I don't see it on the coin, but I'll take a picture of that. Nope.